Yo, what's up guys? So for this video, we're going to go over the best Pro Tune builds to cap break. They're also going to have the sickest archetype names. And I'll put the timestamps down below so you can skip through and see which ones you would make. But yeah, let's get started. For the first one, we're going with a point guard, balanced, unguardable, 6'2 height, 220 pounds, 6'3 wingspan. This is the build, so you can get 89 drive and dunk, 94 3 ball, 85 pass, 90 ball handle, 86 speed of ball. Pretty good defense on a 6'2. You're going to have 65 interior, 85 perimeter, 91 steal, and then 86 speed, 80 agility, 73 strength. Archetype name, unguardable. All right, so for this one, I have 9 cap breakers plus my 2 shooting cap breakers. So I will probably put I'll put 3 cap breakers on my 3 ball and then my 2 shooting specialization cap breakers to finish that out and get that to 99. You could go higher speed of ball to get that 91 speed of ball. It's all personal preference and how many cap breakers you have. So if I were to use 5 on here, 3 on here, that's 8. And then I could use 1 here until I get my next couple cap breakers. But you probably are going to want to put your cap breakers on playmaking or defense or physicals on this one. But this is a really good build, guys, and I'll show you guys the next one that we're going to cap break. All right, for the second point guard build, we're going to cap break the Rocket build. It's a 6'3 point guard, 210 pounds, 6'8 wingspan, 93 drive and dunk, 89 3 ball, 76 pass, 90 ball handle, 91 speed of ball, 74 perimeter defense, 79 steal, and then 91 speed, 81 agility. So for this one, another cool name, we're going to get a Rocket archetype name, and then I'll show you how we're going to cap break this one. We have 80 vertical, and in order to make use of the 96 driving dunk, we could go 2 cap breakers on our vertical and 1 on our driving dunk. Obviously you could hold off on that until down the line when you get more cap breakers, but that's something to consider. You can use 4 cap breakers to get 94 ball handle, a couple cap breakers to get your agility up, you can get your defense up. If you wanted to go higher perimeter, which you'd probably need on a 6'3", so the perimeter defense maxes out at 88, and then your steal will max out at 94. So you have some options on defense if you want to cap break that. If this was my build, I would probably go 2 on vertical, 1 on drive and dunk. That's gonna leave me with 6 cap breakers left, and then I'll probably use 4 or 5 on ball handle, and then my build specialization on mid-range and 3 ball. And then as I get more cap breakers, I'll probably go defense. This is a really cool 6'3 build. You're gonna have 96 drive and dunk with a 93 ball and really good playmaking. The only thing that's lacking here is your defense, but obviously you can work with that. If you want to cap break defense first, that works too. But this is a really good build. And then we'll move on to our shooting guards next. All right, so for the first shooting guard build, we're going from the logo. 6'5 shooting guard, 207 pounds, 6'5 wingspan. We're going to have a 96 3 ball, 90 mid-range, okay finishing, good playmaking for a shooting guard. And then defense is all right. We have 85 steal, and then 86 speed, 80 agility. So another really cool archetype name that we're going to cap break to make this build a little bit better. So for this one, I would probably use my 2 shooting build specialization cap breakers, and then 1 of my real cap breakers, so it'll leave me with 8 cap breakers. After we get the 99 3 ball, you have a couple options here. You could go perimeter defense, you could go agility, but I think I would probably invest all of my cap breakers into driving dunk and vertical. It just makes the most sense on this build until I get my 3 cap breakers from starter 5. That's going to let me get up to a 93 driving dunk. If I didn't want to use my 1 cap breaker here, I'd have 9, so I'd use 5 here and then 4 on vertical, and that would leave me with 79 vertical, 93 driving dunk, and then I'd have to wait to get that extra cap breaker. So this is a really good build. You're going to have if you wanted to, a 99 3 ball. Like I said, it's going to be personal preference. If you want to use 3 cap breakers to get it up to 90, you can use 2 cap breakers to get up to an 87, and then work on getting your vertical up. You can get your defense up. But this is a really good 2 guard, and you're going to have a sick build name from the logo, especially if you get that 93 drive and dunk eventually. If people see from the logo, they're going to think you're just a shooter, and you're going to have insane dunking on this build, as well as the 99 3 ball. You're also going to have 86 speed of ball, so if you plus 2 that, you're going to have lightning launch on legend. So this is a really good build, really sick archetype name. This is the one I'd probably go with just for the name. All right, so for the first small forward build, we're going with the LockSmith build. It's a 6'5 small forward, 215 pounds, 6'10 wingspan. 89 drive and dunk, 84 three ball. Playmaking's all right. Very high defense, 75 interior, 94 perimeter, 91 steal, 68 block. And then physicals are insane, 86 speed, 92 agility, 82 strength, and 78 vertical. Another really cool archetype name, LockSmith, and we're going to cap rate this to make this build a little bit better. All right, so for this one, you don't see higher agility than speed a lot. This one has 92 agility, 86 speed. That 92 agility is going to be crazy on this build, especially with the high defense. If I was to cap rate this build, I would definitely go 3 cap breakers on my shooting and then my build specialization cap breakers to get that up to an 89 three ball. You could get your pass up a little bit if you're playing comp game modes, you know, if you want to play like Pro-Am, or if you're playing squad rec a lot and you're running to, you know, the red plate games, I would definitely try to get your pass up a little bit. 75 ball handle, 75 speed with ball is perfect. If you want to be a ball handler type player, cap rate that up. Drive and dunk is good how it is, but if you wanted to get 93, you can easily get that. So if you use 2 cap breakers on your drive and dunk, you have a 93 drive and dunk. And then if you use 1 cap breaker on your vertical, you have an 80 vertical. This is another build where you can get 96 drive and dunk and 85 vertical. I don't think it's needed on this build. I think 93 and 93 drive and dunk is plenty on this build. So you're going to have an 89 three ball, 93 drive and dunk. If you wanted to, you could cap break your steal up or your perimeter. Depends what game modes you're playing. I don't really think you need it, especially with the high speed, high agility. If you wanted to go up to 94 steal, you could. It all depends on what this build, how you're going to play with this build. You could go the 99 perimeter if you wanted, but if it was up to me, probably just focus on shooting, 93 drive and dunk, and then some playmaking just so you can, you know, move with the ball and, you know, be a threat when you do get the ball. But this is a really good build. This is probably one of the best builds of the bunch. LockSmith small forward. All right, for the next small forward build, we're going Silencer. It's a 6'5 small forward, 218 pounds, 6'11 wingspan. This one has lower finishing, lower shooting, but the defense is insane again. So we're going to have 83 three ball, 73 ball handle, 75 speed of ball, 75 interior, 96 perimeter, 96 steal, 68 block, and then speed 85, agility 86, and then strength 82. Another really cool name, Silencer. For this build, I'll do the same thing, 2 cap breakers and then build specialization cap breakers to get that up to an 87 three ball. Your defense, you don't really need to touch it. If you wanted 99 it, you could. You could definitely get your dunk up. So 5 cap breakers can get your dunk up to an 89. And then you'd probably have to use your remaining cap breakers on vertical just to make it worth it. So you could do 5 and 4 if you wanted to. So 5 on drive and dunk and then 4 on vertical. For this build, 83 three ball is honestly plenty. I have the shooting specialization, so I'd probably go 2 for the 85. And that's without using any of my regular cap breakers. So I could go 2 for 3 ball to make that an 85. And then 5 on drive and dunk or 4 on drive and dunk. And then 4 on vertical. Cap breaker on playmaking, but this is a really good build. It's on the shorter side, but you got a really long wingspan. 96 steal, 96 perimeter, 68 block. This is going to be a really good build, and you're going to get the Silencer archetype name, which is a really cool build name. All right, for the first power forward build, we're going with the archetype name 1 through 5. It's a 6'8 power forward, 239 pounds, 7'2 wingspan, 87 drive and dunk, 78 three ball, 75 pass, 60 ball handle, 45 speed of ball. Really good defense, 80 interior, 85 perimeter, 91 steal, 88 block, 80 defensive rebound, 74 speed, 75 agility, 85 strength, and 80 vertical. Another really cool name, 1 through 5. This build can definitely guard 1 through 5, but we're going to make this a little bit better on the offensive end. All right, so for this build, if we use 4 cap breakers on our speed with ball is going to go up to a 76. If we use the 4 cap breakers, and then for ball handle, it would go up to an 86, which is insane. So obviously you'd use all your 9 cap breakers on playmaking, but to get 86 ball handle, 76 speed with ball, 87 drive and dunk, amazing defense already, and then okay physicals in terms of speed and agility. That's a really good build, especially at the power forward position. You could go speed and agility if you wanted to eventually when you get more cap breakers, and I'd have an 83 ball as well with my 2 shooting build specialization cap breakers. But this is a really sick build, really sick name, 1 through 5. And then I'll show you the next power forward build. For the second power forward build, we're going with the archetype name BodyGuard. It's a 7-foot power forward, 250 pounds, 7'5 wingspan. You have really good finishing, 78 three ball, 76 pass, 55 ball handle, 50 speed of ball, 88 interior defense, 62 perimeter, 67 steal, 93 block, 94 defensive rebound, 65 speed, 56 agility, 84 strength, and 83 vertical. This is another really good kind of all-around build. You're gonna get a sick archetype name, BodyGuard. And then I'll show you guys what you can do with the cap breakers on this one. All right, so for this BodyGuard build, you have a couple different options. Obviously, I'd use my 2 build specialization on shooting. So I'd go +4 on mid-range and then +2 on 3-ball. Then you can get your ball handle up. If you wanted to, you can get it up to an 68 and then your speed of ball up to 58. Obviously, it's not needed. You can definitely survive with how the playmaking is. You can get your driving dunk up to an 88. If you get your driving dunk up to an 88, I definitely recommend going up in ball handle and speed of ball as well, just so you dribble a little smoother and it's easier to get to the basket. You could go higher speed, 69 speed. You could max out your rebound and get 99 defensive rebound. You can get 65 perimeter if you wanted to. That's not really needed. You have 93 block. So for this build, I would focus on your ball handle, speed of ball, drive and dunk, and then either your speed or your defensive rebound. But this is a sick 7-foot build, especially with the BodyGuard name. You can defend the paint, you can grab rebounds, you can score from the 3, you can shoot your mid-range. You're going to have really good finishing and then really good playmaking as well. So that's the second power forward build, and then I'll show you the last Pro Toon build that we're going to work with. All right, for the last Pro Toon build, we're going with Big Smooth, a 7'1" center, 236 pounds, 7'4" wingspan, 92 close shot, 85 standing dunk, 87 post control, 83 3 ball, 95 pass accuracy, 60 ball handle, 55 speed of ball, 82 interior, 32 perimeter, 60 steals, 74 block, 94 defensive rebounding, and then 61 speed, 45 agility, 86 strength, and 70 vertical. So this is another sick name, especially if you're a center who likes to pass and kind of control the offense. This is definitely a good build to cap break. All right, so you have a couple different options here. Obviously, we're going to get rid of the 2 shooting specialization cap breakers, 1 on 3-ball, 1 on mid-range. So I'm going to have 84 3-ball, 83 mid-range. Your playmaking, you don't have to touch. You could go 66 if you wanted to, but I would use my cap breaker somewhere else. I would definitely go higher speed on this one. Even just 1 cap breaker gets you to 66 speed, and then 2 cap breakers would get your agility up to 55. Your finishing is good how it is. If you wanted to, you could get it up to an 80. It's not really needed on this build. I would definitely try to get your vertical up as well. 5, I don't know if I would use 5 cap breakers on vertical. But 3 or 4 definitely would help on this build. You're going to be struggling a little bit on defense, guarding the paint. Especially with 82 interior, 74 block. But if you wanted to, you could use your cap breakers on perimeter defense a little bit to help you on the perimeter. You have good rebounding already. So on this build, I would focus on your physicals. So I would do maybe 1 or 2 on speed, 2 on agility, 3 or 4 on vertical. On perimeter defense, just, because 32, you're not going to be able to do anything. Especially if you're going up against a shooting center, it's going to be like you're not even there. Even though you're 7 foot, it's still how it's going to be because that's how the game is. But this is the last Pro Toon build, the Big Smooth build. This is a really good offense-heavy center build. You're going to be able to get assists, get rebounds, score, and then depending on how you want to work your cap breakers, you're going to be able to defend as well. These are the Pro Toon builds that I would cap break with really cool archetype names. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.